All right, story time again. But as a driver, this time it was me picking up Tom Joyner and J. Anthony Brown. This was some years ago again. And with that said, they came in on a gorgeous jet, picked them up, and Tom gets in the back seat. Jay gets in the passenger side seat. And as we started to pull off, Jay gets a call. He picks up the phone and was like, "Man, you should have been called me." And I don't pick up the voice right away. It's not on speakerphone. And he's talking. Then he hands the phone back to Tom. Tom's talking to this person. It was like, "Oh, man, you taking too long, man. We supposed to been did this." I don't know who he's talking to. I don't know what they're talking about. He hands the phone back to Jay. Jay puts it on speaker so Tom can hear. He's like, "Man, you ain't serious, man. You just playing with us, man. You ain't gonna come." And then I make out the voice of Snoop Dogg. He's like, "Man, I'm gonna be there." He's like, "Man, we gonna see." They hang up the phone. They laugh about it. I pull up to the gate where, as you're exiting the private portion of a airport, once you leave, a gate opens and it closes. You have to stop so no one else drives in while the gate is closing. As I'm stopped, Jay turns and looks at me and go, "What you doing?" I said, "Sir, we have to stop to make sure no traffic comes inside." He goes, "All right, now I'm watching you. No more funny business." I ain't do nothing. Oh, whatever. He was just being funny. So we pull off. We get to the hotel. I unload their stuff. The bellhop meets me. I put all their bags on the little cart, and he pulls off. Tom tips me. Jay tips me. And as they're going inside, I'm going back around to the side to pull off. Jay comes back to the vehicle. He's like, "Hey, come here." I'm like, "Yes, sir." "Where the white women at?" I said, "Sir, they right over there, that alley, that bar right over there." Jay makes a beeline to that area. Tom laughs and goes inside. I was like, oh my God. A couple of hours later, Tom comes back down. I take him to a local radio station. Tom ended up spending maybe 3 or 4 hours there. I don't know if he did a show. I don't know what he did, but I know that as he's trying to come out, I could see him taking selfies and pictures with everybody. He was just super cool. People really liked him. He was laughing a lot. He gets back in the vehicle. Tom's an older gentleman at this time. Well, when I tell you he was hilarious and he had great energy, he definitely did. As a matter of fact, he said something about being hungry, so we want to get something to eat, or I was going to take him to get something to eat near the hotel. So we're getting back there. Bit of a sidebar. There's a judge that lives in the neighborhood that I lived in, and every once in a while, maybe twice a month, I will see him in walking or passing by, just running at night or walking at night. And we wave and we keep going. I know his face. He knows my face. I don't know his name. However, that judge, maybe 4 or 5 days prior to, came to my fire station with the mayor. And so we formally introduced ourselves as neighbors and we got a chance to know each other a little bit. With that said, Tom starts to ask me, "Hey man, tell me what's the local climate? Any city officials that you, anybody like that?" And as he's asking me this question, I was about to say, I don't know anybody, but the second he asked me that question, I catch out the side of my eye that judge I just talked to. So I roll down my window and I call his name. He's some feet away from me. He starts walking toward my vehicle. I roll Tom's window down so he can see Tom. Tom sees him. They identify each other. He opens the door and Tom goes in and has dinner with him. And so I circle the block maybe 10, 15 times. I come back out and Tom is standing in the area that I dropped him off at, taking pictures with locals. Again, Tom had great energy. He had to take 50, 60 pictures. I pick him up. I get him back to the hotel. I don't see Jay again till that morning. It was early the next morning. I picked them up. I take them back to the jet. They thank me, tip me well. As we're going up to the gate, Jay looks at me like, "All right, now, don't play with me." I was like, "I don't know what you are talking about." I'm guessing he was joking. I think he was joking. So he was silly the whole time. And then Tom, I remember as I'm dropping him off, they both tipped me again. And I'm like, "Man, thank you guys. You amazing run." But Tom looks at me and said, "Hey, young man, I need you to keep your head up. I need you to take care of your family. I need you to take care of your community. We're depending on you." And it was just different. I felt like just this older gentleman just took a moment and just saw me. And he tried to impart wisdom to me and encouragement. And I appreciated it. I really did. Jay and Tom was super cool. One of the best runs I had. So that's my story.